A tsunami warning is in effect for parts of Japan's west coast following the country's most powerful earthquake for more than 5 years. On the other side of the Sea of Japan, Russia's far east coast, North and South Korea are also on alert. Some 20 strong earthquakes shook central Japan's western coast. The most intense, with a magnitude of 7.6, hit the Ishikawa prefecture. Authorities have warned people along the coast to move to safety. More than 30,000 homes are without power, and the Japanese government says no irregularities have been detected at nuclear power facilities. We can get more from journalist Sonja Blaschke, who joins us from Tokyo. Welcome, Sonja. So bring us up to date, please.
Yes, we are getting more and more reports about the situation in Ishikawa and in the neighboring prefectures. And I mean, yeah, they are not looking great. A lot of buildings, I mean, a lot is a relative number, but there are more and more reports about buildings collapsing or having collapsed or looking like this now, basically. There are also reports about people being trapped under the rubble, about 6 of them. Also some reports about injuries. Then there have been fires, flooding, the cause of which is not even clear yet. Cracks in the roads, landslides, mudslides. The whole traffic to the region has been disrupted. The Shinkansen lines have been cancelled. Planes have been cancelled. So yeah, this is a big one, even by Japanese standards, so to speak.
Right. So that's the quake. And what about this tsunami? How dangerous is that likely to become?
The tsunami, the issue is that apparently one of the technical devices that they're using to measure the height of the tsunami broke down. So they could only measure it to up to 1 meter, 20 centimeters, but they are saying that's not normal. So the line shouldn't remain flat. So they don't actually know how high the tsunami was in the end. And there's also the issue that it might actually travel back, like once it reaches Russia and Korea, it could travel back to Japan and affect it once more. And at this moment, also the tide is high. So the combination of high tide and tsunami is obviously not a good one. So yeah, people need to stay on alert and be very careful.
OK, so obviously people will remember back in 2011 when Japan was hit by a magnitude 9 earthquake and tsunami. That hit the Fukushima nuclear power plant, caused explosions and meltdowns in 3 reactors. Has much changed since then?
I would say that the awareness has changed. Like today, there were so many references already to the 2011 earthquake. Also, the reporting has changed because the topic of nuclear power plants and how they are doing after an earthquake hasn't really been high on the agenda in the past, but that has changed a lot. And also, I think people have learned how to get to safety in a better way than in the past. For example, not using their cars to maybe then end up getting stuck in a traffic jam, but rather maybe go to higher up floors in concrete buildings, for example.
Right.
So people are being reminded of these lessons, and hopefully, yeah, it won't get worse.
And we've mentioned that Japan is particularly earthquake prone. Does it feel does it feel dangerous?
I mean, it's funny because, well, not really funny. Over the past couple of days, I've had the feeling, we haven't had a bigger earthquake in quite some time. And I thought that's a bit eerie even. I don't know, I felt uneasy because we haven't had a bigger one in a while. And I mean, when you live here for a while, you kind of get used to it, but not really. And especially if, like myself, you've lived through this 2011 earthquake, you're always afraid that the big one is going to hit Japan again. And nobody really wants to experience that again. It was absolutely terrible. And yeah, so all we can do really now is hope that Ishikawa is not going to become a second Fukushima.
OK, thank you for that, Sonja. Sonja Blaschke in Tokyo.
You're welcome.